back to the air following that pick six. That is hard. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points. Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
Second and a yard. On the carry, here's Mostert. Whoa! And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession using formation.
And he's in. Puka Nacua. Touchdown, Condors. It's his third touchdown on the year. The extra point from Carty is good. And the Condors will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Here's a first carry for their running back. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. He's going to be out of bounds, but he will have enough to pick up a first down.
Let's go now.
Here's Love. Short pass taken in by the tight end.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
On 2nd down, Love. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
Linebacker certainly wasn't fooled on that play. Not only does he get there in a hurry, but he's able to secure that tackle and bring him down for a loss.
19, Pioneer, 70 range, go!
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. The defense blows a chance to get off the field as the offense converts 3rd and 14. And they'll bring this inside the 30, a gain of about 5.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Throwing on 2nd down, Love. He's got it at about the 8. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's 1st and goal. Here's a run. They'll come up with nothing there. Fortunate just to get back to the line. And that'll set up 2nd and
Let's go.
Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line.
It's a loss of 4. Brings up 3rd and goal.
Big play coming up. 3rd and goal.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Ready, ready?
Now Love. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss. And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
First down and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. We'll find Mostert out of the backfield. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion. And then really, it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
We'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. A throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete.
Seems like the quarterback was a little predetermined in his read. I think he decided even before seeing the coverage where that ball was going. Next time, read the coverage. Let the play unfold. Don't force something that's not there.
Here's a ball thrown deep right sideline, and that is incomplete. Glad McConkey, the one he was looking for. And that's going to lead to a 4th down. And great coverage on special teams. They'll mark it down inside the 5-yard line. Off the play fake. Here's Love. He'll let it go deep left sideline. And that is caught. Well, he stayed in bounds. A terrific catch. Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. Look wide. Get this one complete. And it'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7.
Ready, go!
From the gun, it's Love. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. Jaden Reed was the intended target. 3rd down coming up.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Here's Love to throw. In trouble, and down he goes.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, He ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
And it's a good solid return as he takes it back up near midfield.
At their own 46-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Now they'll set up to throw. He'll go right and find his running back. It's a gain of 10 yards, and that will be a 1st down. They'll look to throw again. This one complete to Jordan. And he's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 20. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. He keeps it himself.
He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on 1st down.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And fortunately, one of his teammates there to save him. He'll wind up getting enough to pick up the 1st down. Back to throw. He's got it at the 3. To the goal line and in. Raheem Mostert. Touchdown, Condors. The extra point from Carty is good. And the Condors are on top. It's 14-10. Here's Carty now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive.
Here we go.
They'll begin here on the ground. They'll mark them down up at the 44-yard line.
The ability to be effective on 1st down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
And he'll bring this across midfield as this drive is taking shape. A gain of 7 on that one. Here's 2nd and 3 to go.
Let's go now.
Dobbs headed in motion. A 2nd down throw for Love. Oh, no, back over the middle. It's intercepted. Picked off by Christian Roseboom. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to let this one go deep. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be 2nd down. Throwing now from the gun. Toward the middle. That's caught by Moore. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
Now here's a timeout. They're going to take it with 8 seconds remaining until the break. They'll look to throw yet again. And he'll take it on in. Rondale Moore. Touchdown, Condors. On comes Joshua Carty for the extra point. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late.
Joshua Carty to kick off.
3 seconds, all that remain in this first half, as that one's away. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Condors 21, Packers 10.
All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports.
Joshua Carty to kick off.
Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. On 1st and 10, here's Love. He's going to take a shot down the field. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
With that much time, you just can't ask your secondary to hold up. The defensive front has to do a better job. First, keep the quarterback in the pocket. Don't let him extend the play outside of it. And then secondly, you got to get that ball out of his hand, because when you let him hold it for that long, big plays are going to come.
10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the first down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. To throw is Love. And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's another Green Bay Packer. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
And this rough day on the ground continues. They're going to drop him behind the line again.
Johnson on the tackle. A 4-yard loss on the play. 2nd and goal.
Going in the wrong direction. Now 2nd and goal from the 12. To throw is Love. He's trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not, and be taken down there. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long.
Here we go, here we go.
They send him right out of the slot. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Love. Under pressure, he's going to go down again. They've sacked him for a 2nd consecutive time. The Packers going to call out the field goal unit. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Packers are able to get it back within a score.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10. On the ground, it's Mostert to start this drive. And the defense right on that. I don't know if keeping would have done any better. No gain on that one. We'll try again. It's second and 10. He'll drop to throw. Unloads downfield looking for Nakua. And this will be incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag comes in. That might make this a first down. Mostert. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the second half and close this game out?
Back-to-back, some nice runs. This one good for 11 and another first down. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. Jamel Dean that time. All over him in coverage. Back to the air again on second and 10. The throw on the run is complete. And it'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
We've now seen this quarterback show that he can beat you from both inside and now outside of the pocket. The ability to use his legs to flush out and buy time for his receivers. They uncover downfield, leads to a big pickup.
Here's second and 6. He'll look to throw. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And he's in. Raheem Mostert. Touchdown, Condors. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. The extra point from Carty is good. And the Condors will extend this third quarter lead. Here's Carty now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Going up top. And that is incomplete. They try to sneak a deep ball in there. On second down, Love. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down. Now Love. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll go for it. Love. He'll air it out down the middle. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Condors will have great field position right around midfield.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
18 Condors. Let's go now.
Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. He'll let this go towards the end zone. This one is caught. It is a touchdown. There's a marker down. Let's see if it holds up. Cardi now to add the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Condors will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Here's Cardi now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback.
19 tight. 19 tight. Ready?
On first down, it's Love. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the gun, it's Love. Going for it all. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. Back to throw here to begin the drop. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Now, faking the give. And that is incomplete.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while, it seemed like everything the offense did hit. And after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
That's going to be caught. A gain of 11 there as the decision to go for it pays off. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Unloads downfield looking for Nakua.
How often do we see teams kind of nurse these big leads, Mike, especially as the game unfolds? They turn to the ground game. They try to slow everything down. Well, not this offense. They refuse to take their foot off the gas. They're still mining for explosive plays. And frankly, with the way today's gone, I don't blame them.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Oh, a dangerous throw there is intercepted. And the Packers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
He's got it at the 7. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Here's Love to throw. That is caught side of the end zone. Romeo Dobbs. And now the referee looks like he has gotten word from replay. They're going to stop the game inside the last 2 minutes. All replays emanate from there. So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
They'll drop to throw. A ball deep for the end zone. Oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
They'll come up for 1st and 10.
Go! 19 Lions.
Here's Love. He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle. That's caught. And he's going to take this one all the way. 72 yards. Touchdown, Green Bay. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6. Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And he'll get this one across midfield. Brought down after a pickup of a half dozen. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll run it. First carry of the game for Blake Corum. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. The Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Off balance throw. It's complete. That's timeout for Green Bay. It'll be their 2nd. Talk things over before 3rd down. They'll look to throw. He'll try and get there on the ground.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
Hardy's kick is good. And the Condors will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. This is 1st and 10.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Ready.
Throwing is Love. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
A big loss on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
A 2nd down throw for Love. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
And that pressure too great. He's going to be sacked in the end zone. And that is a safety. So first, the decision to throw down here backed up near your own goal line. And the defense gets to the quarterback, sacking him, Greg, in the end zone for a safety.
Mike, anytime you're willing to call a pass backed up this deep in your side of the field, you have to trust that your quarterback is going to have the clock in his head to get the ball out of his hand. In this case, he holds on to it too long. The defense is able to get to him in the end zone, and it results in the safety.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. 1st down throw there is incomplete.
When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays. But I think they've got to continue to search for those and try to generate a little bit of a spark.
Now the offense will use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion. So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll come up here 1st and 10. His drive will start on the ground. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too. So it's a win for our visitors. They get the victory here, away from home, to run their early season record.